Hey friends, so today we are talking to multi-hat wearing Tony Goldwyn regarding his new movie Ezra. Tony, not only are you the director in this, but you are the star in this movie. And first of all, as a father, I want to say thank you very much because a lot of times in movies, dads are always like the goofball or clueless at anything that's going on. Although Max is a little goofy because of his profession, he is the type of father that sticks up for his kid and does everything for his kid. So I do want to know, was there ever a moment when you were filming this that you related to Max as in a way that you went to bat for your kid when nobody else did?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm really inspired by Max. He's so committed, and the thing about Max is he makes a lot of mistakes and behaves very badly. And as a dad, I know that feeling of loving your kids so much and wanting, you know, to do right by your child so much that you sometimes make a mess. And what our movie is about, showing that that's okay. That I've always felt as a dad, showing up and loving your kid for who they are is, 90, if you do that, you're 95% of the way towards guaranteed success.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. Speaking of dads, Robert De Niro plays Max's father, and he seems like the type of father that grew up in that generation where he wasn't showing emotion to his kid, and we kind of find out throughout the movie about their relationship with that generational trauma that Max feels, and that he's not wanting to push or to continue that cycle with Ezra. Was De Niro like? How did you approach him about this role? And just how did he, I guess, sign on for this role?
Well, yeah, I mean, Bob was always our first choice for Stan. And so when I reached out to him, it's a personal issue for him. Bob has a son who's neurodivergent, and he was, he really liked the script. He made a huge contribution to the script because he wanted to make sure that if we were going to take on this subject, that it was for real and that it was emotionally honest and we weren't, soft soaping it at all. So he really pushed Tony Spiridakis, our writer, to dig as deep as he could in creating the character of Stan and really digging into that multi-generational trauma that the father and son have in this movie. And once he felt that Tony had brought that to the page, he jumped in and was just it was an amazing honor for me to work with him. He just does such beautiful work in this film, and really proud to be, to have gotten the chance to collaborate with him.
Yeah, speaking of collaborating, I do want to talk about William Fitzgerald. He is amazing as Ezra. I mean, you wouldn't
Mhm.
think that this was his first movie. I work in a school. I do work with neurodivergent student, and I understand that my student has like certain routines and like patterns that they have to do every day. If something is off with the routine, it throws like the entire day off. Before you started filming with William, did you go over this like with him? Like were certain things like told to you, and that way when you were filming something, you understood like, okay, this is what we can do and we can't do at this moment.
Absolutely. We knew we were going to cast a neurodivergent kid to play Ezra. It was no question. So when we finally found William, who's so brilliant, and took him on, we spent a lot of time talking to William's parents, and a bit to William too. But it really was Laura and Dave. His parents were our partners in this, and so I'd spent a lot of time talking to people in the autism community just to get my head around what questions to ask. But Tony Spiridakis, this was inspired by his relationship with his son Dimitri, who's autistic. So he was, as an autism parent, he was familiar with it. So we had Laura and Dave we had a very constant communication flow about what William needed to feel safe and comfortable in our work environment, when we needed to like give him a break, what would be triggering for him. And he was just amazing. He worked so hard and had so much fun doing it, that it was actually much easier than I thought. We just, like with any actor, you any artist, you got to create an environment where they feel safe, and you need to accommodate their needs. So that's what we did with William, and but it did take some mindfulness for sure.
All right, thank you, Tony. I know we're out of time, but I just want to say that Robert De Niro has a lot of great scenes with phones throughout his movies, and in this one, the scene between him and Max it goes up there top 3 for me. So thank you very much
Oh,
for your
wow.
time. I do still hold a grudge against you for what you did to Patrick Swayze in Ghost, but I think after today, I think we're good. But thank you very much for your time, and friends, definitely go see Ezra when it comes out this weekend. It's a beautiful movie, and you'll definitely have a great time. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Victor. It's good to talk to you.